Testing 1 2. Are we live? Hello. I haven't done this in a while. Well, I have, but for the members. I haven't done a non-member stream in a long time. Hello. I do remember you, McKenna. Welcome back. All the settings on point. Yeah. Rename gone. Rip. Rip indeed. Does everything look and sound okay? Because it's been a while since I've done a non-member stream. But yeah, as you can see, in front of me I have a box. This box contains some old 3x3s. So I started cubing in 2019, but some of my friends in school used to have speed cubes before I started cubing. Some of them are in this box, so this should be a nostalgic experience. Everything's good. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Yeah. Didn't expect as many people in today. Did you learn OLL yet? No. No. Hello, Dimmeline. With the gold username and Lukey Cube. Shout out to Dimmeline and Lukey Cube with the gold member badges. That means they've been a member for 3 months. If I'm not mistaken. If everything looks and sounds okay, then we are good to go. Who's hyped? Who is hyped? When is the next cube with me, Strem? I don't know yet. I don't know. Let me double check this works. Oh no. Wait, 2 seconds. That one works. Then I need to change this one to HDMI 2. Nope, HDMI 3. Yeah. Something like that. Obviously there's a mess in the background. I need to tidy that up. But yeah, we've got a package. A package. Music glitching or the music like that? I'll reboot it. It might just be a music thing. Bear with me. Let's try. Might be a little loud to start with. I'll turn it back down. How about now? And then I'll dump that in the corner and just jump to a random point. But yeah, I'm hyped because these are cubes that my friends used to have back in high school, back in the olden days, when everything was black and white. And I used to enjoy trying out their cubes. So yeah, I look forward to trying some of these out. It contains cubes from, I think, like 2011 up until like 2015. A lot of people consider that to be like the golden age of YouTube, of cubing. Let's put chat on as well. Does that work? Yeah, it's fine. But yeah. Zero coin, I do remember. Yes. Oh, you've got another account. Another YouTube account. Cool. Audio is tweaking. Is it the audio for the mic? Or is it the audio from the music? So like if I'm completely silent, what's the glitching? How are you and your brother doing? We're doing really good. So it's Ramadan at the moment, so we are both fasting. It's been like that for 3 weeks. Why do you have less subscribers? It's just the way it is. Music is okay, it's fine for me. Okay, that's good to hear. What is your best cube? So right now I just pick up a cube and use it. So I am quite lucky in that sense. But a cube I like to come back to every now and then is the WRM V9 Special Edition. It's not on this desk, this is the ball core version. Oh, wrong scene there, I am such a noob. But yeah, okay, so we'll do a quick YouTube intro and we'll get into this package. You haven't eaten in 3 weeks? I haven't eaten during the day in 3 weeks. Yeah. So we eat before the sun rises and after the sun sets. So I have eaten in 3 weeks, just not during the day. Yeah, what is your name? My name is Zen. Hello. Bye, gotta go. See you soon. Yeah, we'll see you in a future stream, hopefully. The time zones make it a bit awkward. Yo, just broke my clock PB while watching you stream. Nice. What I like to do is put cubing stuff in the background as well whilst I'm cubing, and it does work. It is proven to work. So some of the observant ones of you out there have already noticed that I got 2 of the old cubes in a separate package and I opened them up. This is the Dian Lingyan and the Dian Lunhoi. I probably butchered those names, but I will try those out today as well. The Cube Kid, I do remember you. Yeah. Please don't stream tomorrow. Okay, that's oddly specific, but sure. Why is clock such a hated event? I think it was just memes of how... I think people don't like it because you can be like a tiny angle off and it'll be a DNF. And then it's the pins as well are a bit messy. The notation can be hard to read sometimes as well. What names are those? These are old cubes. These are some very old cubes from Dian. This was the 3rd ever Dian cube and this was the 4th ever Dian cube. And I got them in white plastic because they look spicy. I live in Iran. Whoa, what time is it in Iran? Favorite lube? I like FZ Calm. FZ Calm's a good lube. Okay, let's get into this package. So I'm going to do a quick YouTube intro for the video. So as you guys know, I stream and record video at the same time. If you move pins during inspection, it's DNF. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. They've changed that now though, I think. Yeah, okay. Hey, I'm back with another package. This time, instead of going for some of the newest cubes out there, I have gone for some old cubes. So these are cubes from the era of 2011 to 2015. And I'm hyped. So let's open it up. Hello, Mr. Funny KH. Let's try not to spam, but yes, I do see you. Hello, a cold cuber. There's a lot of people in today. A lot of newbies. Welcome to the streams. A lot of familiar faces as well as some new people, which is nice. But yeah, I didn't like the idea of pins. You move the pins and then it becomes a DNF. As you can tell, I've labeled up everything because I want to cover up my details. But yeah, let's get into the package. I have been stalling for long enough. Let's do this. Yeah. Let's do that. The traditional knife spin. Do not try at home. Okay, let's open this up. I actually can't remember what's in this box. And there's a small chance that I might have got scammed, so let's hope not. Oh, I didn't even slice it. Shout out to knife. Yeah, it's just some plain old beaten up knife. 7:09 PM. Whoa, it's late. Ooh, this looks good. Okay, who's hyped? Because I am very hyped. These cubes are... I'm curious what year you guys started cubing as well. I started in 2019, so it's been almost almost 5 years now. Okay, let's have a look. Polystyrene. Ooh. Okay, this box is full to the brim. Okay, let's do an upside down sandcastle maneuver. Whoa, that's a lot of cubes. I don't even remember ordering this many cubes. Ooh. Okay, I am hyped. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I am hyped. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. All right. I'm making a lot of interesting sounds, but that's because these are cool. These are cool. Ooh. Okay. This is interesting. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. There's a lot of cubes. Okay, what order do we go in? I'll just shout them out as I go along. So it turns out I didn't get scammed. These are actual cubes. Okay, let's get the mouse out of the way. Let's see what we've got here, because there's a lot to unpack. Yeah, I didn't expect there to be this many. Oh. I look forward to this one. Okay. Oh, dude. The Sanji. Oh. Ooh. You see that? That is back when Gan used to be called Gan's Puzzle. Okay. There's going to be a lot of Chinese today, so if there's any Chinese viewers, feel free to translate in the comments. But yeah, let's see what we've got. So we have... Oh, Moyu Weilong, so the original Weilong. We have the Moyu Aolong, so the original Aolong. The Fangxi Shuang Ren, another classic. The Dian Guhong with the black side instead of the white, I think. The Weilong GTS2, famous cube. The Volk 3, spicy. The GTS2 but magnetic. This is going to be a good one. That is the Yusheng Du cube, if you didn't know already. This is the Dian Guong. So we've got a bunch of stuff from Dian. Let's go in order. So we've got all the old Dian releases. We've got the... What order do they go in? 5, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I got 2 Guhongs. Oof. So we got the Guhong, the Lingyan, the Lunhui, and the Zanchi. So those should be fun. We've then got the Tanglong. I think this was the first ever like Moyu cube. Back when Moyu used to be a sub-brand of YJ. So this is back when Moyu became their own brand, I think. They were no longer a sub-brand of Moyu. I mean, YJ. You guys did not see that. Good call, good call. Yeah, you guys did not see that. Anyway, we've got the Guoguan Yue Xiao. This is a classic. Oh, I used to have a friend that had this cube. He probably still has this cube, but yeah. We've got the Moyu Huan Ying. This is an old one. This is very old. We've got the Gan's Puzzle. I don't know which Gan's Puzzle this is, but it's an old Gan's Puzzle. We've got a Chi Thunderclap in a very inflated box. The Weilong GTS. The Kong's Design, otherwise pronounced Song's Design, I think. Meiying, an old-timely classic. And another Gan's Puzzle, the Gan 357. Was Gan's Puzzles good back then? Good question. We shall find out in this video. So stay tuned. So we'll go by company, I guess. So what do we go with first? Do we go Dian, Moyu, Chi, Gans? I'll let you guys decide. So we've got cubes from a variety of companies today. I'll let you guys decide. Do we want to go Gan, Moyu, Dian, Chi? Or do we shake things up and go like Fangxi or something? I don't know. Dian, a lot of people are saying Gan. So let's have a look at the Gans. We've got this Gan, and we've got that Gan. We've got 2 Gan's puzzles to try today. So this is back when Gan used to be called Gan's Puzzle. Look at that out the way. So this box can close. Ooh, comes with stickers. Do I have to sticker the cube myself? Okay, no, it's fine. The angle sucks. Do I go like that? Do I... Boom. Zoom in. Oh, it looks fresh. You need a bigger table. True. True. It'll have to do. It'll have to do. What if I lower the camera a bit? Yeah, cube technology has evolved a lot since. Yeah, you can't see those. It's fine. It's fine. Phil. Yeah, I took the labels off. It's all right. Hello. Okay, so we have the Gans puzzle and the Gans puzzle 357. So we'll go with the Gans puzzle first. Do I have a modern GAN cube here somewhere that I can compare it to? That'd be funny. It's here somewhere. I'll put that in my pocket. Is this a GAN cube? It is not. It's this one. Nope. It's this one. Nope. It's this one. Yeah, there we go. This is the GAN 356. No, this is the GAN 14. Okay, so we've got a GAN 14 for comparison. So let's try out the GAN's puzzle. I can't imagine GAN in 5 years. Yeah, I feel like it's plateaued a bit though. So this was back in the days where they used to come with stickers. Fancy stuff. And here's the cube in plastic wrap. Whoa, this is light. Lighter than expected. This looks a bit cramped. I need to move stuff out of the way. Let's make a massive wall of cubes here. Like so. Okay, so first cube came with a pamphlet. Has the pamphlet changed in all these years? It has. Not by much though. Just regular algs. Did smart cubes exist back then? No. So smart cubes came out several years after this cube. That cube looks like the $1 cube my uncle bought me. Yeah, I think most budget cubes now perform better than the old cubes. But this is very light. I'll have a weight up on screen somewhere. But let's open it up. It feels so cheap. Hello, Phoenix. Whoa. We are trying out the Gans puzzle. Very flexible. Very wobbly, very light. Very simple mechanism as well. Look at that. It's like barely any detail on it. It turns okay, yeah. This is the Gans Puzzle 3, something like that. It's a old Gans cube, as you can tell from the logo. This was back when GAN cubes didn't cost $100. This cube probably when it came out was like $10 or something. Corner twists are very easy to do on this cube. Yeah, I think back when Gans was in his older days, he used to use Moyu cubes. I think Gans back in the day wasn't as good. It was the Gans like Air, or like the Gans 356 series, that's when they started to pop off. And that's when Felix moved over from Moyu to GAN. Hello, No Cubing. Welcome to the stream. It looks like a Rubik's brand. Honestly, it feels like a Rubik's brand. A bit more flexible though. The evolution is insane though. Like the amount of development that GAN has had is insane. I remember back in the day, very crunchy sound, a bit of ASMR here. It's non-magnetic as well. Very sandy, very crunchy. Do a yo. Yo. If I get a spare piece with my order, do they show it in your order summary email or not? They might not, because it's not a product. It might just be added into the order. People probably want their headphones out loud because the sound is awful. Hopefully they get better, but that is the GAN's. Oh, and let's check under the hood. Wait, whoa. Wait. Wrong angle. Look at this. This was GES nut V1. It's literally just a nut. And you like screw it. You can't even use a screw. You have to use their like Allen key type thing. Bruh. Yeah, and then it just sticks on. How do you tension that evenly? That would be such a pain. But yeah, it's literally just a nut. That is so weird. The more you know. I think this cube came out in like 2014, if I'm not mistaken. I'll put some facts up on the screen in editing. But yeah, this is an old cube. Corner cutting, 45. Not quite. Less than 45. Not quite. Okay, corner cutting is a bit meh. But it's what you'd expect back in the day. It's what stood out for GAN back in the day was that their cubes were very light. Will they charge for it separately and will they also send it? It depends on if you email them. It's probably best if you email them and find out. This doesn't look like it can corner cut. It's very loose as well, so you'd expect it to corner cut, but alas. Not today. Anyway, compare that to modern GAN cube. Modern GAN cubes are very premium, but they also come at a premium price. So yeah, I have a compound solder. Good luck. Best of luck. The GAN's Puzzle 3. A very strange one, but this was where GAN started. This was the humble beginnings. And not gonna lie, for a first release, I think this is the first release, if I'm not wrong. It's very decent. So I'll put that back in the box. Actually, no, I'll leave it out. I'll leave it out so I can compare it to other cubes. But yeah, obviously GAN did not stop there. They kept on releasing more products. Oh no, that was a bad sound. That was a very bad sound. It's alright. Anyway, I'll put the tools and the stuff back in the box. Your phone died. Oof. Rip. But yeah, so that's the GAN's Puzzle 3. We have to start somewhere, and so we're starting out with the first GAN cube. Let's try the second GAN cube. I don't know if this is actually the second GAN cube in the series, but this is the GAN's 357. Their packaging was very budget back in the day as well. I feel like companies didn't used to go all out with the packaging. Another tensioning tool. Oh, it says GAN 356 on the pamphlet. Have I been scammed? Whoa. Okay, big improvement. It's starting to look a lot more like modern GAN cubes now. So I think this came out like a couple of years afterwards. Yeah, this is much bigger as well. 57 millimeters. Back in the olden days... Oh, it's very windy outside. Back in the olden days, cubes used to be 57 millimeters. That was like the standard for cubes back then. Nowadays, it's 56, 55, 55 and a half. So they've gone smaller. But yeah, so let's try out the GAN's 357. Ooh, okay. Big improvement. The bigger size is definitely noticeable. It's very crunchy. Feels a lot like a non-magnetized GAN 356X. Again, a very simple mechanism. I feel like back in the day it was a lot more difficult to do more advanced designs. But yeah, it feels a lot like a GAN X. If anyone's tried the GAN X. Very wobbly and unstable. But very crunchy and like snappy. No magnets, as expected. Under the hood. Oh, this is when GAN started making annoying center caps. There we go. Whoa, what is that? What are those? What is that? Again, a weird nut system here. I'm scared to tension it. Yeah, no magnets. GAN's puzzles back in the day did not have magnets. I think magnetic cubes started getting mass produced in like 2016, 2017. So back then, the flagship cubes used to have no magnets. Yeah, this is basically just a GAN 356X. The Nutlev system. Interesting. Welcome back to streaming. Yeah, thank you, Ishan. I'll do a solve on this one. I actually kind of like the feel of this one. Very unstable though. I remember back in the day when I used to watch reviews of old cubes, people used to say that GANs were very flexible and unstable, and they used to always recommend like either a Moyu cube or a Dian cube. They were the top two back in the day, until GANs started popping off. But yeah, like without the logo, if you look at it from a different angle, it looks like a modern GAN cube. Like the shades look the same. It looks exactly how you'd expect a GAN cube to look. And then obviously the old logo is what makes you realize that this is ancient. Is Dian still a top class company? Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. My main cube right now is, I'm still like changing mains, but I use the WRM V9 Special Edition the most. Very crunchy. I like it. It's a decent cube compared to this, which was their older GANs puzzle. This felt very blocky. This feels way more buttery. I'm not sure if I like 57 though. I'm glad Cube Company started going to 56. $1 extra to remove features. Yeah, sometimes features aren't everything. You can make a cube better by removing stuff from it. I'm not a fan of cubes that are over-engineered for no reason. Huge improvement, I agree. But yeah, I'm not a fan of companies that add features just for the sake of it. So I would personally say the Maglev tends to be a downgrade for me. Hello Cube, please release one. I shall. That's on my list of things to do. I shall release a Critics Cube. But yeah, so that was the GAN 357. Those are the two GANs puzzles we've got today. Obviously, GAN back in this point was not dominating the cubing scene. I'm jamming to this Fried Potato song. Interesting. How can you main WRM V9? It's so small. I think it's not too bad. Maybe you've got larger hands than average. Maybe I've got small hands. Please shout out to AV Cubing. But yeah, so two GANs puzzles. One was the old 356. And then this is the GANs 357, which is very big. Feels a lot like a GAN X, except without the features. Both non-magnetic, decent. I think we can do a bit better today though. So let's have a look at, so I guess Dian next. Dian were like top dog back in the day. Top dog. So we have a bunch of Dian cubes to try out today. We'll go in chronological order. Dian. So, okay, so we had... So unfortunately, I could not find the first ever Dian cube. That is like finding unicorn dust. It's like trying to find, you know, the pot at the end of the rainbow. It's very difficult to find. So today I have got the second, third, fourth, and fifth ever Dian cubes. So we'll start off with, so it's Guhong, Lingyan, Lunhui, and Zanchi. So we'll start off with the Dian Guhong. I actually don't know what the difference is between these two. I think they're the same. think they're the same. So I'll stick with this one. So I got this one in Stickerless. So this was the cube that Felix Zemdegs used to use. He dominated the cubing scene with the Guhong. He used to be a big, like, Dian cuber. And pretty much every top solver used a Guhong at some point in their lifetime. Whoa. Back when Stickerless cubes used to look all funky. Whoa. It's so old that the white is becoming like an off-white color. The dye in the plastic is dying. It's dying. But yeah, a bit of ASMR again. This yellow is super nostalgic. I remember when cubes used to have this like dark yellow. Almost orangey. Yeah. Like, look at the orange and the yellow. I have the old Guhong. Ooh, let's do a quick solve in this one. I like this one. It's very blocky, but I can imagine this compared to a Rubik's brand back in the day. This would have been a huge upgrade. Oh, the blue side needs a bit of a clean. There we go. That was probably like 20 seconds. People used to get sub 10s with this cube. That is insane to think about. But yeah, look at the corners. Very tiny corner stalk feet thing. How big is it? I think it is 57 millimeters. Yeah, I think it's either 56 or 57. I'll put it up on screen for the YouTube viewers. Yay, finally, a spring screw mechanism. None of that fancy nut stuff that the GAN had. But yeah, the mechanism is so weird. Dian used to have a very, like, strange mechanism. And that's probably why they stood out. I like it. But this was the cube. Everyone used to use this cube. The original Guhong. Do I have the Guhong V2? Is that what this is? Let's try this one out. If this feels the same, then it's probably also a Guhong, but in a different color scheme. This one's got black instead of white, which is interesting. Yeah, I think this is also just a Guhong V1. Yeah, they put the Dian logo on the yellow side. Let's try a checkerboard. Oh, the Guhong V2 had torpedoes in it to reduce pops. Yeah, this is the Guhong V2. Hey! So in case you guys don't already know, this thing that sticks out, back in the day, cubes did not used to have that. These are referred to as torpedoes because they look like kind of like little torpedoes. So this is a Guhong V2 that I've got here. Compare that with the old one. This one didn't have torpedoes. So these cubes used to pop quite a lot on loose attack. Whoa. So this one doesn't have that torpedo design. And then the Guhong V2 did have the torpedo design. Yeah, I couldn't find a standard version of this one. So I've gone with the Bumblebee layout. That's what I'm going to refer to it as. I'll try a solve. I want to see how I'd function with this color scheme. I don't feel much of a difference, but we'll see. Yo, this is messing with my vision. Boom. It's It's a nice cube. I like it. Not being racist, but whiteface matters. Whoa, whoa, chill out there, chill out. I'm back. What did I miss? So we have tried 2 Gans puzzles. We've tried the Dian Guhong V1 and the Guhong V2. Both are legendary cubes. Like, also they went down to 56mm on this one. The torpedoes make a difference. It feels way more like stable. So that is 2 Dian cubes. Dian cube number 3. Shout out to Daniel Evans for supplying me with this cube. I decided to get this one in white plastic because just white plastic just hits different. Look at that. How are the GANs? They were decent. The 357 feels a lot like a non-magnetic GAN X. Yeah. The Dian Lingian. Ooh. So those of you who watched our member streams will know that I've done some solves on this cube already. This cube's good. This cube's really good. I tried removing torpedoes on my Zanchi and it didn't pop, but the performance became worse. How to set up RCM V5 ball core screw. Just adjust the compressions first, then do tensions by 1/4 of a turn at a time. This was back when Dian was like the GAN of those days. I started using WRM 2029 again. Whoa, we got a time traveler in chat. I love my WRM 2029. Same. Mine arrived in the mail in 10 years. Yeah, and it's really good. Spring lev system. So yeah, this one's standard spring screw again. White plastic. I mean, what do you guys think? Black plastic, stickerless, or white plastic? Which one do you prefer? Which one looks better? Companies don't make white plastic cubes anymore, and that's kind of sad. They were good. Costa Rican coconut oil there yet? Not quite. I think it got stuck in transit, which is kind of sad. Can you recite all Moyu releases from that time, 2029? There's too many. There's too many. I would be here all day talking about 2029 Moyu releases. I'd rather not. I miss the white plastics. Same. Like, you see it in the old, like, Felix World Record videos, where he was using white plastic cubes. And yeah, it was good times. How many? Black plastic? Yeah, black plastic is good. Ooh. But yeah, so we got the Guhong V2, the Lingian. So far, I like the Lingian more than the Guhong. But one thing I will say is that back in the day, I'm gonna keep saying back in the day, but like back in the olden days, cubes relied heavily on setup. So you'd have to break this in. A lot of people would change the stickers to their own shades. They'd lube it. They'd lube the springs. Sometimes they'd even swap out the springs for different springs. But yeah, so let's try out the Lunhoi, which is the 4th one. Whoa! Immediately, I've noticed corner mechanism. They've gone for that like double corner design. Kind of like what you see on 5x5s nowadays. That like double corner mechanism. All white plastic cubes I have are trash. Ooh, and this one's got torpedoes. Fancy. Are these removable? Probably not. Or you can probably remove it. Yeah. So these torpedoes used to be removable. So you could like customize it if you wanted to. How do I get this back in? Yeah. People used to like mod cubes, add torpedoes, remove torpedoes. Sometimes even sand down the cube. Do I ask TMI questions? Does it look like no corner smoothing? I'm not sure what that means. But yeah, Lunhoi, which is the 4th ever Dian cube. Okay, I don't like this one. This one's too tight, I think. That's the main reason. Listen to the spring noise. That's a lot of spring noise. Would you bring any of them at comp? I mean, I might try like one of these old cubes at comp just for the memes, but I'd unlikely main him. It's got rounded edges. Yeah, I didn't like the I didn't like the Lunhoi. Rounded edges. Yeah, they've got like squared off, not squared off. They've got like chamfered off edges. They weren't as rounded. They're very blocky. So Guhong V1 good, Guhong V2 better, Lingyun good, Lunhoi downgrade, probably because it needs break-in. Now this is the Cube of Legend. It's very windy outside. This is the Cube of Legend. This is the Dian Zanchi. This was a cube that my friend at school used to have, and he used to bring it into school and do solves, and I tried it out, and this was the first ever stickerless cube I ever tried. It was this Zanchi. Oh, okay. This was the first ever... Ooh, okay. The first ever stickerless cube I ever came across in my lifetime, and I was blown away. So this is going to be a trip down memory lane. Oh no. Let's give it a try. This cube broke multiple records as well. Okay. Ooh. I remember this. Oh. Yeah, I remember back in the day I used to use beginner's method. It's very tight and blocky. I'll probably tension it. But, ooh, I feel like setting this one up. I might give an angstrom setup to this one and do an angstrom Zanchi. But yeah, back in high school, so like 2015, 2016, everyone who speed cubed used to have this cube, the Zanchi. And yeah, I tried it from a friend and I was like, yeah, I want to get into speed cubing. But I didn't have the money to get a speed cube. But yeah. When was this released? I think it was 2015. Add magnets. I think magnets won't make a difference because the plastic is quite thick. Or at least it feels thick. Oh, that sound. Compared to like a Lingyun or Lunhoi. These had a sandy feel. Oh. I remember this cube. Good times, good times. And the shades as well, this like darker yellow. Oh, good times, good times. I still have people surprised about no stickers. Yeah, like I didn't even realize you could get cubes without stickers back in the day. I'm planning on making a video on magnetizing my Zanchi at some point. I think the Zanchi came out in 2011. Oh. Oh. Interesting. I did not know that. Okay, fair enough. The Zanchi I got was manufactured in... Nope. Guhong, blah blah. Where's the box gone? Zanchi. This one was manufactured in 2014. I don't know when it was discontinued. But 2011. Interesting. I feel like it was a bit past that. I might be wrong though. I mean, you are more OG than I am. The spring noise used to be very strong in these old cubes. I can buy a full meal with that. Yeah, I feel like in the olden days... Beautiful torpedoes. In the olden days, cubes, even the flagship cubes, used to cost very little. Like, you could buy, like, the best cube in the world in those days at the price of an RS3M. Like, they weren't that expensive. I feel like GAN was the company that started making super expensive cubes. And that's when the market started shifting. The Zhanchi was my first cube I got in 2011. Fair enough. So it was 2011. Okay. Yeah, I remember one of my friends back in 2014, 2015 used to use this cube quite regularly. They'd bring it with them on like school trips. And they'd cube in the bus. Good times. Okay, this is easily the best cube. Compare that to the Guhong. This feels very blocky. And then the Zhanchi, boah, it cuts 45. Holy smokes. Also, shall I do a bit of camera work here? There we go. Zhanchi, so far, S tier nostalgic cube. Beautiful. Top 3 all time in terms of impact, probably, yeah. I think everyone at some point in their cubing career, if you were cubing back in like 2011 to 2015, chances are you've tried a Zhanchi. Yeah. This was the first ever speed cube I tried after the Rubik's brand. I wasn't cubing then though. Like I wasn't speed cubing, I was solving the cube using beginner's method, but I wasn't cubing. Any more for any more? No, those are all the Dayan cubes for today. So, in typical Moyu fashion, we have a lot of 3x3s. And then we'll go to Chi. These are all Moyu 3x3s. So what do we try out first? So we got the Weilong, the Aolong, the Huanying, a bunch of sub-brands, we'll look at those later. The GTS, the Tanglong, ooh, that is an old one. Okay, so we'll start off with the old ones, which are the Huanying and the Tanglong. These are super nostalgic old cubes. What year did this one get manufactured? This one was made in 2014. And this one was also manufactured in... Whoa. 2003? Hold up. Say what? Okay, we gotta try out this Tanglong. It's a very heavy box. Yeah, this one looks interesting. I'm intrigued by the Tanglong. I'll have some information on the screen when I edit the video. A bit of background on this cube. So this was back when if I can get my words out. This was back when Moyu used to be a sub-brand of YJ. It looks and feels a lot like the Yulong. So look at this. Whoa, there's a hair in this. Whoa, this hair's from the Moyu factory. A bit of souvenir there, interesting. It's got lube in this one as well, which is interesting. This cube came pre-lubed. Fancy. But yeah, it's got like the YJ shades. This blue is very YJ-esque compared to like the darker blues you see on other cubes. Wait, Moyu and YJ are not the same. So yeah, so back then, Moyu used to be a sub-brand of YJ. In the same way like Monster Go is like a sub-brand of GAN. It used to be like that. So Moyu was like a brand from YJ. Kind of like how Huameng and like... Yeah, kind of like how Huameng is a sub-brand of Moyu. It's like that. Now they're their own brand. But back then, they used to be a sub-brand of YJ. So the stickers feel really high quality on this cube. Started cubing in 2022 and do you have tips to learn advanced? Because I need to know. Watch tutorials and then rewatch the tutorials. And then do a bunch of untimed solves. So don't focus on timing your solves that much. Whoa. These pieces are designed differently. Can you see that? There's like caps. And then a very simple mechanism, as you'd expect from cubes back in those days. I'll put up the year it was released up on the screen in future. But it's similar to the Yulong V2. I don't know if anyone's tried the Yulong V2. It's basically what this cube feels like. Another hair. Where are these hairs coming from? Pretty good though. Like corner cutting. Solid. Like I can see people getting sub 10s on this cube back then. This might be the first or like the oldest YJ Moyu cube we've got. Then we've got the Moyu Huan Ying. This has got... Who is this guy? Moyu Huan Ying. This is back... Their website... Can anyone check if this website still works? Mofanglutan. Mofanglutan.com. Does that still work? I'm curious what Luntan means. Mofang Luntan. Mofang means like Rubik's Cube. But what does Luntan mean? If I'm not mistaken, the Moyu Huanying is the first cube from Moyu when it separated from... Oh no, it's still YJ. It's still got the YJ pamphlet. Oh, okay, this clears things up. So we had YJ, Moyu, Kong's Design, Guo Guan, and Mo Chuang back in the day. I'm not familiar with what the Mo Chuang is. But yeah, there's that. Oh, I'm always a noob when it comes to pamphlets. There we go. But yeah, so let's try out this cube in white plastic. It doesn't work anymore. Unlucky. So yeah, they probably rebranded. Whoa, holy smokes, what is that? Yo, they've like hollowed out the pieces. Wait, what? That is such a weird mechanism. I've never seen that before. It almost looks like someone smashed it on the floor and it's like broken. What is this wizardry? Holy. And then the edge piece is pretty much the same. Whoa. It's very hollow. Does the center cap come off? It does. And yeah, standard screw mechanism. The screw's getting rusty though. That's how old it is. It's been sitting in the factory for that long. But yeah, that is so weird. Hopefully it doesn't break on me. That's probably what they did to save weight on this cube. Okay, first turns. Kind of, it's like someone is got bells inside it. Sounds like a €1 cube. Yeah, that's a good summary. Did anyone ever use the Huanying? If you're watching this later, comment down below. Did you ever use the Huanying? If so, how did it compare to the market at the time? I'm curious. Because this is very weird. I've never seen something like this before. It's kind of like, you know, has anyone ever played that game? It's like football, but for people who are visually impaired, like blind. But they use like a special ball, and the ball has like those bells in it, so you can like hear the ball. I can't remember what it's called, but it kind of sounds like that. It's kind of like someone's jingling a bell. Foosball. Is that what it's called? I don't think it's called foosball. It's called something else. But yeah. Interesting. Very bizarre. I have not seen a cube like this before. Is that what this one looked like? No, this one must be a newer version then. This must be an older version. I think, as a matter of fact, this is the oldest Moyu cube I could get my hands on. It was the Huan Ying. So that's an interesting one. Never seen a cube like that before. Also, their cube packaging pretty much looked identical for like a solid 10 years. Or like 5-10 years. They always use this exact same box. Just changed up the branding a bit. You mean football, right? Yeah, like a football, but for blind people. Or people with visual impairments. Another nice cube. So we got the Tanglong and the Huan Ying. I don't really feel nostalgic for these cubes because I didn't really try them. I'm not that old. Well, I am that old, but I wasn't in the cubing world at that time. Some of these cubes probably came out before some of you guys were born. That's wild. Hello, Choco Takov. Why don't you unbox big cubes? I'm not that good at big cubes. I'm more of a fan of 3x3. Okay, so what do we go next? Do we go Oolong or Weilong? Oolong or Weilong? Probably Oolong. Then we'll do the Weilongs afterwards. You know what? I'm gonna decide. I'm gonna go Oolong. So the Moyu Oolong was infamous for its corner twisting. Especially in that world record that almost happened. With Felix Zemdegs getting a corner twist. That was very sad. But that was the Oolong, so let's try it. Yeah, back then they had lots of versions. So you could get this cube in stickered, in black, white, transparent. They had stickerless, they had the jelly version, they had the pink version. Then they had the bright version as well. I have got the standard version. Whoa, okay. Whoa. This reminds me a lot of the MF3RS series. But like old. Okay, the infamous test. Okay, corner twisting isn't that easy. Let's do a solve and see. I'll put a side-by-side of me versus Felix Zemdegs. Except I'm obviously going to win because he's going to DNF. Slow. Unless you do a DNF as well, yeah. I think this is the Oolong V1. It would have said V2 somewhere on the box. Also, this box is falling apart. Whoa, windy. I might have to close the window because the wind is destroying everything. There we go. Aight, okay. Anyway, yeah, the Moyu Oolong, this is a very complex mechanism as well. Look at the difference between this and something like the Tanglong or the other one we tried before. Hide those empty boxes, bruh. These ones? Does it look messy? Let's get them out of the way. My floor is a mess. Yeah. Let's put this you. Okay, so yeah, very complex mechanism. Again, with that weird looking double corner design that you typically see on big cubes nowadays. Ridges on the corners. I don't know if you can see that. Let's do a bit of Zoom in, jump scare in 3, 2, 1. Boom. It's got ridges inside the corners. I'm guessing that's like to trap lube. But yeah. How did you notice those boxes? Yeah, I guess it's good to keep it neat and tidy. Yeah, a bit of up close. Oh. Zoom back out. That is a nice cube. Obviously, it's non-magnetic again. It's not a cube most people would use nowadays. It's mainly just for the collection, for the nostalgia. But this cube was legendary as well. This had a world record, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I feel like the most innovation in cubing happened in this era. In terms of actual piece design. Nowadays, cube mechanisms aren't that fancy. A lot of it is in the customization, which is sad. You kind of want there to be some innovation. But yeah, people consider this era of cubing to be like the glory days of cubing. I was watching in auto 480 pixels. Oh no. Why, huh? The ridges interlock with the edges to prevent pops. Yeah. And then it has this like center mechanism that you see on most modern Moyu 3x3s now. It's like center thing. And that's also good for like anti-pop. I like it. It's a nice cube. I think I might have ordered an Aolong V2, but I'm guessing they didn't have it, so there's no Aolong V2 today, which is sad. I would have liked to have seen the upgraded version of this cube. But yeah, that is the Moyu Aolong. Very interesting. Oops. How do you take these center caps off? Whoa. Again, standard spring screw. Nothing fancy as you would expect. How much screwdrivers do you have? A lot. Because we've tried pretty much every Moyu cube in the last like 5 years. And they've all come with screwdrivers. Okay. So you thought the Aolong series was popular. The Weilong series, obviously. Like, I don't even know how to get my words across here. But the Weilong series is legendary. Where are the Weilongs? So we got Weilong. So we got Moyu Weilong. Weilong GTS. Weilong GTS 2. GTS 2M. So after this, we've now got every single Moyu Weilong. So we've got the GTS 3, we've got the WRM, and then we've got everything after that. Have you already tried the Volt Power? I haven't. No. How many Moyus? At least 50. Maybe more, actually. But yeah. Okay, let's try out the Moyu Weilong before we try out the GTS. So this is the original Moyu Weilong, I think. Hopefully. Oh, a mistake in the box cutting. Oh. So I got this one in stickerless. It just self-destructed. The caps just came flying off. Whoa. Let's try that again. The caps are loose on this cube. It feels very similar to the Aolong, not gonna lie. As someone who's considered a modern cuber, it feels very similar to the Aolong. Where's the Aolong? Actually, it's less crunchy. Felix got a mid-6 average on this cube. Nah. Really? Okay, let's see what I can get. I think I can get close to mid-6. There you go, that was about like 6.5. Do you get to change cubes in the middle of solves of 5 or middles of rounds? Yeah, I think so. You just submit a different cube. And then as long as it's legal, they'll scramble it. But yeah, I feel like the Weilong, the Aolong are very similar. Let's look at the mechanism. That is fat. Fat edge pieces. Probably very stable as well. Strange ridge mechanism. I feel like... Whoa, what happened here? Moyu were trying something else back in these days. Look how stubby this looks. Stubby cube. But yeah, Felix was a different beast back then. He's still really good. But Moyu Felix was just different. And then obviously Gan Felix was like next level. He went through like 3 main phases, I feel like. It was Dian Felix, Moyu Felix, and then Gan Felix. Yeah, it's a nice cube. I like it. The plan is to make a video called We Tried Every Weilong. And it's like 20 cubes probably at this point. So we got the Weilong. And then the next one was the Weilong GTS, I think. Again, manufactured in 2014. Came in a multitude of colors. Black, white, off-white, blue, green, pink, grey, and black. I've got the grey version. Like that. Oh, it looks so fancy and premium. The packaging definitely saw an upgrade. This was the Weilong, and this is the Weilong GTS. Like, I feel like the Moyu Weilong was so popular that, like, Moyu made a name for themselves with the Weilong and the Aolong. Silver cube, let's try out. How do I open this box? Premium packaging, agreed. This is probably the most premium so far. Whoa. I remember this. I remember this. So this was a really weird gimmick from Moyu. You know how Moyu like to make really gimmicky features? This was one of them. And so basically... If I can get it out. What you'd do is you'd put the cube in. Oh, I can't remember what it was. You'd like put the cube in and it'd like, you'd use it to like break in the cube. You'd do something like this. I can't remember what it is though. Yeah, it was something like that. Anyway, yeah, Moyu and their gimmicks. Nice packaging though. I rate it. Okay, Moyu Weilong GTS. Needs a bit of a clean down, but I can do that. The grey plastic looks spicy. Okay. Now it's starting to feel more like modern cubes. What does GTS stand for? I asked Moyu in preparation for this video. They said they'll contact the designer and find out. But they actually don't know. Whoever's in charge of like the marketing or like the social media of Moyu, they actually don't know what it stands for. Oh, this cube is stable. Again, I feel like they simplified the mechanism for this one. It doesn't look as fancy. Corner mechanism, again, very basic. They went back to basics. This looks kind of like the modern, like the WRM 2019 onwards, with that like 2 tracks on the corners. But yeah, let's try out the cube a bit. I might have to glue that in. The grey looks really nice. You should try the new Yo Cube. I should. Grand Theft Speed Cube. That could be it. Very much more unstable, I think. More you when someone asks what GTS stands for. Existential panic. True. This cube's nice. Is it better than the original Weilong? I think this is the original Weilong. Nope. Oh yeah, this is the Hourlong. This is the Weilong. This is the Weilong GTS. Huge upgrade. And then I'm pretty sure the Weilong GTS went on to break records as well. Nice cube. I like that. That looks good for like display purposes. Like the silvery grey plastic. Fresh. But yeah. Okay, so that's the Weilong GTS. Then they took it a step further. And they released the Weilong GTS 2. For whatever reason, I felt like getting 2. So I got the GTS 2 and the GTS 2M. A lot of people have been recommending me trying this GTS 2M out. So we'll try out the GTS 2 first. This was a very influential cube. Ooh. And here it is. The Weilong GTS 2. It looks pretty modern. Like it looks like a modern, other than the yellow. Modern Moyu yellow looks a bit brighter. Actually a lot brighter. Whoa. This one's, yeah. Magnetic box, fancy stuff. Whoa. I can see why a lot of people main this cube. This is probably their best cube in terms of like hardware upgrade. What does halal mean? It's basically where there's certain foods that Muslims can't eat. So it's like halal foods are foods that are prepared in a way that can be eaten by Muslims. Anyway, this cube's good. This cube's really nice. I'm pretty sure there's still people out there that still main the Weilong GTS 2M. Like, you can get some really good solves on this cube. Did you unbox the Chi cubes? Not yet, so I've got the Thunderclap and the Volk to unbox. This cube's nice. At this point, Moyu just ditched the Aolong series completely for 3x3. And then they just went all in with the Weilongs. If I'm not mistaken. I don't want to put this cube down. It's a nice cube. I want to get a GTS 2M now. Yeah. It's a good cube. It's a good cube. Well, I mean, the non-magnetic cube is good. I can imagine the magnetic version is going to be even better. Okay, this is the famous GTS 2M. I got it in stickered. This one also was released in 2014. What? Why does everything say 2014 on it? Ooh. Hold up. That red though. Oh, that looks good. Compare that to that. That like half bright color scheme. It's a bit tight. But it's good. Oh. Water cube. The OG YS3M was the GTS 2M, true. Yeah, this is what you use to break the 3.47. Well, to set the 3.47. Oh, I am popping off. I'm cooking. This is the pinnacle of speed cubing. This is like, cubing had reached a true peak at this point. Moyu were like the king of cubing. Like nothing could beat the GTS 2M. I don't think. Dian at that point fell off. GAN weren't releasing that many good cubes in those days, so they kind of fell off. Moyu were like top dog in those days. They still are kind of debatable. Not gonna lie, the WRM 2020 feels very similar to this cube, which leads me to believe that hardware innovation in terms of like piece design kind of flattened out a bit after this point. All cubes started to feel quite similar, and it was just a matter of customization and whatever. But like, this cube is perfect. Like, people can main this. I might actually main this for a while. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Sure, it doesn't have all the features. It doesn't have the dual adjustment, but it's really good. Oh, good cube. Compare that to the GTS. Yeah, definitely an upgrade. Oh no, that's not the GTS, that's the Weilong. The GTS. Yeah, huge upgrade. The GTS catches a bit too much. Wait, so where's the GTS 2? Is this the GTS 2? I'm confused. I'm confusing myself now. Okay, so we got Weilong. No. Wait. Weilong GTS? No. Wait, I'm lost. What is this? Weilong GTS? No. Weilong GTS, Weilong GTS 2, and then GTS 2M. Okay. Before we leave Moyu, we've got a couple of niche sub-brands. So you've probably heard of Gorguan, and you probably haven't heard of Kong's Design or Yang Kong Cube. But these were two sub-brands of Moyu, back when Moyu had a bunch of sub-brands and they were all producing 3x3s. I feel like we've come full circle at that point. Another pamphlet. So a bit of backstory in this cube. One of my friends in college used to have this cube. And I tried it out once and I was blown away. This is the Gorguan Yue Xiao. Yeah, I remember being like, whoa, this cube is really good. Okay, it's not as good as I remember it. It's got that low, like, rumbly sound. And that's because there's holes in the corners. So the sound is like vibrating inside the cube. This is mainly for the collection. Very basic mechanism. Kinda looks like what most budget Moyu cubes look like nowadays. But yeah, this was a good cube. I remember this. Good times, good times. Do you know IPL? What's IPL? Is that gonna lean into some sort of D's nuts joke or something? I don't know. I don't know what IPL is. Also, this center cap does not want to come off. Ayo. There we go. Oh, standard spring screw, nothing special. Oh, it's the Indian Premier League or something like that. It's yeah, Cricket League. Yeah, I'm familiar with that. Has it started again? Nice cube, mainly just for the collection, just so I can fulfill my nostalgia for old cubes. And then the final Moyu cube for today, and then we'll move on to Chi to finish things off. This is the Kong's Design Mei Ying. I think that's how it's pronounced. Do you know any teams? What was it? Mumbai Indians. Those Knight Riders, whatever they're called. What else are there? I can't remember anymore. I remember a few. These shades are so weird. Look at this orange. It's like tangerine orange, like dark orange. What is it? Chennai Super Kings or something. I like that logo. Look at that funky looking... What even is that? Does anyone know what this is? Is that like an onion? What is it? Onion with glasses? That's what I see. Any ideas what this could be? Watermelon? Onion? Onion? Yeah, I don't know. It's a dumpling. Oh, yeah, it could be a dumpling actually. A swag dumpling. We'll go with dumpling, yeah. Holy, look at this. So, huge holes in this piece. This was in efforts to save weight. They'd like cut out whole chunks of the cube. I'm not a huge fan of it because it messes with the sound of the cube. It gives that like rattly feel. These shades are beautiful, I must say. No one makes shades like these anymore. I'm not a fan of the yellow, but the other shades, fresh. Okay, so that's all the Moyu cubes. My favorites have to be the GTS 2. Ooh. GTS 2 and the what was it? For the, like old cubes, where is it? I like the sound of the Tanglong. Oh no. Or is this the Huanying? This is the Huanying. I like the sound of that one. So we got two Chi cubes. We've got the Volk and we've got the original Thunderclap. Which one do we go with first? Thunderclap or Volk? Probably Thunderclap, right? We'll save the Volk to the end. The Volk was also a legendary cube. I got the non-magnetic version. I'll probably magnetize it. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, Chi. This is some good stuff. Okay, I'm gonna do a bit of blasphemy here. I'm gonna put a Moyu cube inside for demo purposes. That is nice. I like it. I feel like it might scratch the plastic though. It's got like that rough texture. That is nice. That is fresh. I didn't realize this came with it. Pleasant surprise. How do I... Yo, this whole thing's like a puzzle in itself. Wait, how on earth? Hold up. My brain isn't braining. How do I open this up? I just popped the whole thing out. Okay. So much for unboxing experience. Rage-worthy box there. Not ideal. Okay, let's see what we're working with here. We've got it in primary plastic. Can the bag go underwater? Potentially. It will get wet. Yeah, there's holes in it. So the cube will get wet. But it's nice. It feels good. It feels nice. I'll probably start using that. Okay, this is the Chi Mofangi Thunderclap. Let's give it a go. Very loose. I can see why they called it a thunderclap. This thing is loud. I'm confused between the Tornado V3 flagship, RCM V5 Bolko, and Dainguang Pro. Which one is the best? I'd say get the Tornado V3 flagship. I'd say I like that one more. Most of us are 10 to 16. Whoa, so most of you weren't even born when some of these cubes were made. That's insane. Cubing's been around for longer than most of you have been around. Again, a very chunky basic mechanism. Chunk. Settings best on the GAN 12. I would recommend checking out Timon's setup that he had on the GAN 12 by going on the Cubicles website and checking what settings he used. This cube's nice. I like the primary internals, or like the primary plastic in general. I was born in born in 2013. Yeah, most of these cubes came out before that. Oops. When you said chonk, I randomly started laughing, which ruined my solve, which was a trash. But it was a trash solve anyway. Chonk. Yeah, it's a chunky cube. I mean, there's no two ways about it. This thunderclap has got chonk. It's very wide. Whoa, autofocus. But yeah, so that's the Chi thunderclap, and then the final cube of the day, we have the Volk 3. And I think it's non-magnetic. But this is a cube of legend. Ooh, I got it in white as well. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. I like white plastic cubes. I think they're very underrated. Very sluggish. Hi, you're the best. Thank you. QB. I'm turning 15 in 2 days. Cool. Cool, cool. Do you plan on getting any cubes for your birthday or something? Black Volk looks better. Debatable. Debatable. I'm always a fan of white plastic cubes. I think they look really nice. No one uses them anymore as well, so they stand out in competitions. I'm probably going to magnetize this cube. And then, yeah. And then try out. But the OG Volk, named after Mats Volk, obviously. Yeah, this was like a game changer for Chi. This is what brought Chi back into like the limelight. Was the Volk. I don't think they had any other good 3x3s before that. Did they? Thunderclap was alright. But other than that... yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a really nice cube. Very beautiful looking. Corner cuts well, very stable. Very fresh. So in summary today, we have tried out... how many cubes? We've tried out cubes from Gan, we've tried out cubes from Moyu, Chi, Dian. Overall, I feel like Dian dominated the early speed cubing era. Then it shifted to Moyu. Then it shifted to Gan. I don't think Chi has been like second best for a long time. And I feel like, yeah, the Tornado V3 is what? Yeah. Is Chi good nowadays in your opinion? I'd say the Tornado V3 is really good. If the Tornado V3 didn't exist, I feel like Chi would have been way less relevant. But yeah, so that's 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18 cubes today. Oh, no. There's one more, There's one more, hold up. We forgot about Fang Shi. Where's the Yo Cube? I will get the Yo Cube at some point. The Fang Shi, whoa, this is... I think this is the oldest cube I've got now. This thing is old. You can see all the seams. I like that sound. This cube is what gave Sandy cubes the name Sandy. It's like sandpaper. Your opinion on the original vault, do you think it's still going to hold itself today? I think no. It's a good cube. It's alright. It's good for collection purposes. I think their tornadoes and the Volk. Yeah, I think it doesn't hold up that well, but it's a good cube. Like, if you can somehow get a hold of a Volk, which is quite difficult to do nowadays, but if you can, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Sounds like two concrete bricks rubbing each other. It does. Also, I realized the mic wasn't pointing at my face the whole time. Yeah, I think this is the oldest cube. Shout out to Speed Cube Review. He suggested me to get this cube. Apparently it's a good cube. Whoa! So this was pre-torpedo. So torpedoes didn't exist in these days. It had a very like ball looking core. Very fat corners. Kind of like how smart cubes look nowadays. Very sandy. But yeah, this is an old cube. This is old stuff. Fangchi, aka Fun's puzzle. Oh my goodness, I can't even put it together again. There we go. I kind of want to try adding modern lubes to old cubes. That's probably going to be a future video. Yeah. But yeah, okay. Head over to Facecam. So, on the desk in front of me, I have a bunch of old cubes. Which one do you think you guys like the most? In my opinion, I really enjoyed the Weilong GTS 2. That's a cube I've wanted to try for a very long time. Have you tried the Moyu Aolong? I have. Nope, that's the Weilong. That's the Weilong GTS. Aolong. It's big and chunky, and I wouldn't recommend it nowadays. But I can imagine back in the day, this was a good cube. We saw the lubes behind the 19 centimeter cube. Oh no. Yeah. So we have a video coming out which I need to work on. I'm slacking. Called We Tried Every Cube Lube, and I am gonna mention very briefly some of the competitor lubes, because I don't want to just go in and blindly try out lubes without trying out other lubes as well. So I did go out and buy all the competitor lubes, so I will mention those very briefly. To summarize, they're not worth getting. I think the Cubicle lubes have everything you need. But yeah, okay. I think I'm going to wrap up the stream there. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below what was your first ever speed cube. And yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream there. Yeah, I think I'm going to disappear now. It's been 1 hour 43 minutes. I'll probably come back to some of these OG cubes in a bit. But yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream there. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you next time. No. Peace. Yeah, I think I'll end the stream there. Goodbye, folks. It was nice knowing you. I shall come back at some point. I don't know when. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream there. Bye. So there's no code word today. You just have to type in the comments what your first speed cube was. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.